大家好，我是 Ron Ellis. It's been a long time and sorry for my inactivity. So it's gonna be a very special comeback because as you can see, this is a different background. So today we are going to discuss about cosplaying and merch collecting. Of course, I'm a cosplayer, so I'm not really much informed about merch collecting and what makes it very special. So I room invaded one of my friends. I think you've seen her around, to look around her collections and to ask a few questions. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you.
Hi.
Okay, would you want to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, Emina here, a friend of Ron Ellis.
Okay, she also has a YouTube channel and you can check it out. What's her YouTube channel?
It's Emina Rugyas.
I'm going to put the link on the subscription and she's gonna put on something here. And just to tell you in advance, she will be editing my video. Yeah! Okay, now you do know I'm lazy on doing that, but alright. So today we're going to talk about merch collecting and cosplaying. So as someone from the otaku community, how do you identify yourself? More. Yes, more.
So you're asking if
Do you identify yourself more of a cosplayer or more of a merch collector?
more of a merch collector actually.
Okay, why?
Because you see, cosplay is just a thing that I do with my friends, right?
Sideline.
Yeah. No, not really. But
We are
it's-
just a sideline for her. Okay.
no, what I mean is I cosplay to have fun with my friends.
Mhm.
Without friends, without someone, I wouldn't even cosplay.
Okay.
But with merch collecting, without friends or anything, I will do it anyways.
Anyway, so when did you start officially to decide on collecting merch?
In high school, I always wanted to collect merch. But at that time, it was too hard to look or find merch, anime merch or anything like that. So I only collect, the bootleg posters. if you're familiar with the
Alright.
Otaku Zine magazines.
Yeah,
Yes, just like that.
K-Zone.
Yes, yeah.
K-Zone, and I was in
everything.
elementary K-Zone.
Yes, that's all what I collect at that time.
Hey, that's not a bootleg. That's legit.
No, bootleg figures. I mean,
Alright.
sorry. But at that time, I didn't know what is original and what is bootleg.
Oh yeah, we grew up with a lot of posters that you can see on the street, and then you're just gonna buy it for like 25 pesos, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
And then during around my first cosplay convention at Manila, which was Cosplay Mania 2015, if I'm correct. That's where I learned about the difference between an original and a bootleg one. And so that's where I officially first started collecting official merch.
Official merch.
Yes.
Now, of course, like for me, I'm not into merch collecting. I'm more on a costume, so I can talk about it. How could you differentiate an official merch and a bootleg? Because there are good bootlegs. I'm telling you, there are really good bootlegs.
Well, one thing is for sure, I'm not really an expert about that on that
Mhm.
field, but one thing is for sure is the texture. If it is too glossy,
Like shiny.
yeah, too glossy, just like the wigs, right? If
Mhm.
it's class A, it's too glossy, shiny, we know it's class A.
Mhm.
Though I'm not sure if there are any branded wigs which are...
There are.
Okay.
I like usually Ruler, Bluebeard, Takuya. Those are the good wigs
okay.
that we have,
Yes,
and
yes.
we can actually consider them as good ones.
Yes,
But
yes.
if we're talking about the original ones in Japan,
Oh no, that's another different,
that's gonna
that's
cost
another
you a lot.
different, yes.
But for wigs and costumes, we really do not have specific legit kind of thing, but there are special circumstances wherein they ask it to be licensed with
Yes,
what
that's
happened with Mudaozushi.
Oh, right.
Yeah, with WoW. But unlike for merch, how much like it really, because they are the only one licensed supposed to be. Now, can you give me some good,
Legit brands, is that it?
brands for merch collecting? Like few names.
Like, okay. Some of it are, wait, yeah, Good Smile Company,
Mhm.
GSC, For You Brands. If it's Gundam, there's, wait, ano ba yung Gundam? I don't know.
We have your.
We
It starts
have-
with letter T. To.
No.
It's
Okay, okay.
We'll find that out.
No,
and
I'll
we'll
just
post that.
Yeah. It's in here. Yeah. This part in here. Yeah. Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff, legit online. So if you want to buy some, just buy at a legit store.
Mm-hmm.
Not-
Alright.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think a lot of you are familiar with Good Smile, especially if you're starting on collecting merches and you want to start from Nando's. Good
Yes,
Smile,
especially Nandroids.
Good Smile.
Yes.
They're actually legit and licensed to make those. Okay, for new collectors,
Yeah.
or what would be your advice?
For new collectors, I advise you guys to just little by little collect all the merch that you like. Do not rush it, because if you rush it, you know what happens. You'll
Settle with lesser quality.
Yeah, and if you don't have the money, especially if you don't have the money, do not rush it. You may not see, we will show it later. But the
Alright.
merch that I collected was collected for few years, not just in one go. Because I still have my responsibilities and everything. So
Mhm.
just do it slowly. Surely but slowly, but you'll get there. But comparing to others, of course, my collection is still a bit, you know.
Well, I think what you're talking about, the hardcore collectors who are actually millionaires. But yeah, shout out to you, Kudus. Thank you for buying a lot of merch, and that kept the anime going.
Yes, true. That's true.
Actually, that's if a lot of merches are bought or were sold out, it means the anime or the game is good, so they continue it.
Yeah.
But if it's not selling much, they're gonna cut it.
Mhm.
So do not judge
Wait,
the merch collectors.
Can I just?
Mhm.
Wrong call!
What? Alright, there you go. Now, since we're talking about when you started, can you estimate how much? Just a rough estimation. It does not need to be exact. Like the very first one, from bootleg to official merches, everything that you have had.
Okay, so from what I can estimate from the booklet, no. From what I can estimate, it's around maybe 75,000.
No, are you sure?
I mean, that's 75,000 is what I calculated with my what do you call that? With my notepad with the prices of
Yeah.
merch and everything with my list. But all of my merch are not listed there. So
Mhm.
since those that are listed is estimated 75,000, but since I don't list all of it, just like the merch that I bought during cons,
Mhm.
I don't list it.
Alright.
And usually during cons, I always spend more or less 5,000 a day.
And like there are like 2-day cons, 3-day cons.
Well, if it's 2 days, it's 7,000
We're working
both.
adult price. We're working
7,000 both. Yeah, but usually it's around those amounts. So let's just say maybe around 90,000.
I
don't
was
know.
expecting like around 100.
Maybe
100,000 most
actually
probably.
maybe.
You did not list the books.
Nope, I didn't list it.
Alright,
Alright.
you're talking Rambo books,
Alright, I
booklets,
forgot. I
photo
forgot.
books.
Yes. I forgot about those.
See? No,
So
we still consider them as merch.
yeah, actually, yeah, they're merch. So yeah, maybe around more or less than 100,000 pesos.
Okay, so quote unquote accumulated through years.
Yes. Yes.
Right? And just like me, she started buying official ones when she had work.
Yes, that's true.
So I think that's a very good rule or an advice when you're going to dedicate yourself to merch collecting. you make sure that you have a money that's a spare money. You should have your priorities
Yes,
still.
yes.
All right. So there you go. So which one most probably, like for example, because a lot of things gonna happen. We're becoming old and
Yes.
things,
Adulting. Yeah.
adulting. Which one could you possibly give up?
Okay. Out of
Oh wait. I'm
Okay,
going
okay.
to give you a choices.
Okay.
Merch collecting, cosplaying, or gaming.
Okay. The possible that I will give up, right?
First will be
First and foremost, the possible.
that
Okay.
you're gonna give up.
Okay. It's cosplay.
Okay, that made me feel so sad, but I do understand. She started as a merch collector.
Yeah, because I can just when I get older, I don't
Mhm.
see it as a career of mine. Cosplay is just a hobby of mine
Mhm.
with my friends in the end of it. Yeah.
Mhm. And then
And second would be maybe merch collecting.
alright.
Because I will never give up on gaming, even if I grow old and an old lady, whatever.
Oh yeah, because the gaming is all for all ages.
Yes.
And we have a lot of games to play. Unlike for merch collecting, it takes a lot of effort and energy
Yeah, and money.
and money. Gaming also takes a lot of money.
Yes, but there are free games and everything like that, right?
Alright, and once you buy some, actually you already have it.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. So what are the advantages of being a merch collector and a cosplayer, like both in one, versus a merch collector only?
Are you seriously going?
Yeah, I'm asking you that. Are there some
Mm,
advantages?
I mean, financially wise, there's none.
As you can
Because-
see, there's like
Merch collecting as well as cosplay is an expensive hobby.
yeah,
And so most of people who are into those hobbies are always either for cosplay only or for merch collecting. But there are also some just like me who are into both.
Mhm.
So the only advantage that I can see on those is I can use them as props.
Okay.
I mean, they're so
That is
adorable.
so
Just look at it.
sad.
Just look.
And you can actually, like, be your own favorite. Like, you're collecting them, and you can also collect the costume, and that you can wear them.
Yes, because
Mhm.
I also want to collect the costume of my favorite characters.
As you can see, now you will be seeing a lot of. I think some of them were already kept.
Yes.
Because I don't know, I feel so sad from the old hype that she had. They're all kept in the box, as you can see. The
Wait,
loved ones are
what?
there.
You mean merch?
Yes.
No, they're all displayed.
Oh, really?
I have that.
I'm not. I'm looking for the other ones actually.
Okay, what other ones?
Kuroko no basket.
Oh no, that was
Kuroko no.
actually okay. Kuroko no Basket is a figure that I bought at my early collecting days, and it's a bootleg. So I don't want to keep a bootleg, so I gave it a bit to my cousin.
Oh, so basically all the things that you will be seeing here are legit
Legit
and
fan made.
Oh, yeah,
fan made and fan merch, because fan merch aren't necessarily bootleg because it was their own artwork and everything.
their
Though-
own design.
Yes, their own design
Yeah. So it's
on
not.
that character. Yeah.
Unlike for others who's just gonna copy from the net
Yes.
and print it out, but
Yes,
it's
that's true.
and basically the prices at most are sometimes more expensive than the official ones.
Like?
You know, Parfait?
Oh yes, bye.
I think some of his drawing.
Her.
Wait, it's a he.
Her.
It's a her.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, it's a her.
Okay. Now that person who drew, I thought he was a he.
Her.
All right. Sorry about that. I thought yeah. But anyways, some of her, like the April ones, the big ones, are quite expensive.
Yes, but though if it's the official, it's much more expensive.
Really?
Yes.
Those looking
Yung
at it
those
so good.
the official arts of any merch, any characters like the Shikishi ones are much more expensive than the fan arts.
Fun art.
Yes,
Or maybe because I find it expensive.
maybe.
Or because who would buy like a fun no, yeah, it's their effort and everything, but I find it quite expensive actually. No, there are some one art that would actually cost you 1 week.
What?
The 500 ones.
Oh no,
I didn't know
I've
that.
never even went that far with fan arts to buy.
But if you put them all together,
Yeah, but if you put them all together, it will have a total of much more than the 500, of course.
it's like it's a wig basically. But anyway, so
But
that's
still, they're good. They're good at it. I love their art.
their art.
Yes,
So
especially if it's my favorite
Karna.
character.
Alright. I'm borrowing one, but actually my favorite is the other one. I like Ray better.
Ray, yeah.
Ray
This
is
Ray.
here, but it's so small. I can't even like hold it or squeeze it or cuddle it. But I like actually when
Small. This is small.
yeah, I don't-
Right.
it's so big. Look. No, yeah, and basically, one of the reason why I like coming to this merch collector's room is that I can squeeze a lot of cuddly bears.
Which I do not allow because I don't
For
want them
merch
to.
collectors. Well, that's like merch collectors and versus a cosplayer. No, because they really value the things that they buy. But for cosplayers, we think that they're prof and they're cuddly and they're cute.
Yes, so stop it, please.
There you go. So that's how it goes. So in our otaku community, it's not just perhaps a lot of people are just like, oh, a cosplayer, oh, a gamer, but they are sometimes they overlook merch collectors. Okay, what they see are just what they think are just enthusiasts. Oh, it's cute, they get, but there are really legit merch collectors who go to the convention. They go there basically to look for merch, but not actually to look at the con. Like, no, I'm telling you, on the first day, what she does, she's on her costume, but her priority is to look for good merch. That's the reason. And those are, we should thank them because when they buy official merch, well, there are also cosplayers who like to get the things that they want, but versus a merch collector, it's different. And yeah, as we mentioned a while ago, we should be very thankful of them in our community because they are spending money for the company to get a lot of money and continue the things that we love because not a lot of people have money. All right, Deb. Okay. Aside from that, no,
I just want to add something.
Yes.
Just a little trivia. The one Roanne is holding actually is my most expensive stuff. Out of all the merch that I have, this is the most expensive one.
Oh, of all the plushies and cuddly things that
Yes.
because there are
Yes.
figures that
Yeah,
are more
but-
expensive.
But as for figure, my most expensive one is I think it's a Figma. It's around G5, I think. And this is around
More than 5.
no, not really
Almost
more than 5.
5.
Almost 5.
Okay, as a cosplayer, I would look at it as like a costume.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
That's actually a one costume now.
yeah, it's one costume. See how expensive it is.
So yeah, it's hard sometimes to balance merch collecting and
Cosplay.
cosplay. Yes.
Because it's like double the expense.
Yes. it
Double
is.
the expense.
Mhm.
Okay, so here, now this is a problem that cosplayers, and of course for you, merch collector and a cosplayer, when you started this hobby, merch collecting, what were the things that you had to go through, the difficulties and the challenges? Uh-huh.
I mean, of course, first and foremost, I know it's when it comes to hobby, it's the number one problem that we have, the budget. Any hobby, right? Any hobby,
yeah.
cosplay, whatever, traveling, whatever,
Mhm.
it's the money.
Mhm.
And since I do both, merch collecting and cosplay, most of my budget goes to those two.
Those two things.
Yeah, those two things more than my personal clothes or anything personal items.
Well, you can
Because most of my personal clothes are what's that?
give it
Yeah.
like second hand, like
Given-
hand-me-downs.
Yeah, hand-me-downs. That's the term.
Mhm.
It was most of my most of it are
But
hand-me-downs.
they're all good. Plus, you're just using them at home. Well, you have a uniform going to
to
work.
work. Well, then
So-
how about if I'm not going to work?
Well, where do you go? You can
I
just wear
mean,
your
if-
jeans and like
Yeah,
shirt.
just like that.
Not as if you're going to a party.
Oh no, I'm not really into those
So
kind
those
of
kind of
stuff.
things.
Yes, I'm an introvert, so
So
I don't-
aside from that, aside from the budget,
okay.
were you hindered by anyone, friend, family, relatives?
I won't say hindered, but
Mhm.
yeah, with family,
Mhm.
they don't understand my hobby. Especially whether it's cosplay or gaming or merch collecting. They don't really understand my passion.
Passion.
Yeah, so they always say negative stuff about it, but it doesn't really hinder me that much because they're not that strict
trick.
about it, unlike the other parents that
Yeah.
Asian parents that we have, Asian parents. Hi.
Yes. But I think a lot of people, perhaps I'm not sure with the younger generation because parents are more accepting.
Yes.
But I think some are not. But
Yeah.
during our time when we were younger, nobody knows about this hobby.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's more like, what's that?
Yeah. When I started this hobby,
Mm-hmm.
my parents are really against it, super, to the point that they almost every day they scold me or like something like that until they're just tired of it. Yeah.
They got sick and tired, just not listening anyway.
Yeah. So, anyways, now that I have a job, it's my money that I use.
Mhm.
They sometimes scold me about it if I'm doing it too much or anything, but
Like half of your salary goes to household anyways.
yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing, alright? Your parents will not be that like 100% against you if you know your responsibilities.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's more of a balance. You should make sure that you're also giving.
Yes,
something
that's true.
at
That's
home.
true.
Alright. Or you behave yourself if you're a student, because if you're not behaving yourself and you have this kind of hobby, they're gonna look at that as a loophole,
Yes, actually.
Mhm. which is not good for the community. So
Which are actually it's those younger generations today.
Mhm.
I actually find it there are accepting parents.
parents,
Yes.
they're quite
They
lucky for that.
even support
Mhm.
their child's hobby.
Yeah, I did
Like-
notice that.
Wow,
You
okay.
can find parents going to con with their
Yes,
kids.
that's right. And in our family, just
Right.
example, in our family.
well,
No.
in her family.
Oh,
When they
really?
were accepting to me, they were just like, okay, what's that? But they're not really gonna say like stop.
No,
stop,
I mean
or
that are they going to totally support you to the point that they're going to the con with you?
No, I'm old.
to the point that
I started
they're,
very old.
they're going to spend some for you.
No, I have my work.
Oh,
What would
right?
they spend?
Right? But
Yeah.
there are those parents that they would totally support their child's hobby, which is
Yeah,
okay, that's good. That's
they
good.
would even buy something.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so which is quite interesting. Now, that because you have that advantage, I hope they don't abuse it that
Oh,
much.
yes.
All right. We already have a lot of things going on to the community, so
We-
please don't add up to it.
We won't mention it, but you guys know it.
You know the situation of all the other stuff. All right. So aside from that, for someone as young, what other advices can you give them? Other advices
For the
as
merch
merch
collecting.
collectors.
Oh, okay. Just be
Just be happy. Well, but I think yes, I think that's you should be happy and you should know what you're getting, because there are some people who's like, oh, my friend got this one, I'm also gonna get this, but you don't like it.
something like that. And be responsible. Do not put all of your budget on your hobby. You should know your priorities. Yes. That's all.
Okay, so then that wraps up our Q&A. So there will be part 2, because I can see that we've it's been a long. This is a very long video. So the part.
No, don't worry, I'll edit it.
All right. So there. The part 2 would be. We're going to look at the merch that she has, that she collected, and she's also gonna tell you some things about them. I like her favorite, what she collected it, and some other informational
Please
things.
don't squish Monkey.
I'm not squishy. I'm not even.
You are.
I'm
are.
cuddling Karna
You-
before more than I'm cuddling Wanko. Look at this very big head. Can you imagine this big head? Like, look at my head. That's like 3 times my head. I can actually fit four of my faces here. That's how big this thing is. How am I supposed to squish that all over? Now look, that's my body. All right. So then we'll see you at the part 2, and thank you for staying with us. So once again, this is Ron Ellis and Amina. So we after this we'll be putting down our social handles, and I hope that you follow them, subscribe, and we'll see you around. Bye.
Bye.